Disturbing videos that you can definitely find on the internet, but I most certainly do not suggest doing so. Part 2. Mrs. Pac-Man. Video of Mrs. Pac-Man. It's like someone's going into someone's house with a light on the camera. Ends up on this woman that's on the couch. And she is somehow still alive, but her entire face has been cut all the way across, and her bottom jaw is detached from the rest of her face. And she's still trying to talk, she's still crying, and it's very, very graphic, very, very disturbing. You can probably find it on Reddit, but I most certainly do not suggest doing so. The next one, the beginning of the video was like a bunch of friends hanging out, and they are like jumping off a cliff into the water down below, and one of the boys jumps off the cliff, and then it cuts to him in a hospital room, and his face has been split open straight down the middle, and it's like almost like flayed open, and the nurses and doctors are holding his face together, and he's still conscious, and he's still just like Mrs. Pac-Man. He's still conscious, he's still trying to talk. If I'm not mistaken, and I might be, but if I'm not mistaken, that man actually lived. Mrs. Pac-Man did not. That is another video that you can probably find on Reddit. I would just turn the safe search off and search guy jumps off cliff and face explodes. This one, I think it was actually initially out on Facebook or maybe even TikTok. It was a woman that was live streaming while she was driving down the highway, and she was obviously under the influence of something, I'm not sure what, but she ends up wrecking her car, and her sister is in the passenger seat next to her. So the car wrecks, and then the girl is still live streaming, and she's so gone, like in her brain, addled by whatever it was that she was under the influence of. She like gets down on the ground with her sister and like holds the camera up like it's a selfie, and she's just like, man, I just killed my sister, dude, I love this girl. And like the sister is very obviously deceased, and it is very graphic and very disturbing. Again, turn the safe search off. Girl kills sister while live streaming. This next one, it really doesn't have any gore per se, but I think that it is disturbing just by the sheer nonchalance of everyone around this person. So it looks like they are maybe at an airport, and a guy reaches over to turn a fan off, like just like a stand-up oscillating fan, and as soon as he touches the fan, he goes rigid, and the fan is electrocuting him. And the craziest part is that there's an old man that is working like right next to him, and the old man literally at one point reaches around this guy to grab something like off the counter behind him while he is completely rigid and obviously, you know, being electrocuted. If you watch this video really, really closely, you can start to see his face darken as he basically gets cooked from the inside out. Like I said, there's no like real gore on that one. It is just like very shocking to watch how unaware the people around him are. The only thing that I can think that would be a half-ass excuse is like maybe this guy was known for being a prankster and they were just sick of his shit. Either way, he did not make it. You can find it on Reddit. There is a video floating around of a man that was run over by, I want to say it was a train. In the video, the man that was run over, you just see his face at first, and he's asking the people around him for a phone because he wants to call his daughter. And then the camera pans out and his body is cut in half. The bottom half of his body is completely separated from the top half, and he is holding himself up on his forearms. Obviously, he is losing blood very quickly, and he does not have much time before that blood loss becomes completely detrimental. His only thought is that he has to call his daughter and speak with his daughter before he dies. That is a video that you can maybe find on Reddit. Turn the safe search off and search for man cut in half calls daughter. As always, stay safe and try to recycle and be nice to waitresses. Thanks for watching.